Hello everyone, this is Nitpicking Nerd, and I just watched the new short track, the very short track, which is a new mini series they're now releasing. And it's basically kind of a parody of the old Star Trek animated show. And visually it's very good, it's very faithful to the old style, and I think there are some fan videos by fans who made videos about, TNG and Voyager in the style of the old animated show. So now there's an official short track with that same idea, only it's set in the TOS timeline apparently, since we see Spock and it looks like the old Enterprise. But who is that captain? Is that supposed to be Kirk because he looks and sounds nothing like him? They never mentioned his name in the episode, so maybe it was some other captain who temporarily got command for some reason. Because if this is supposed to be Kirk, then it's not good. At least they could have gotten the one from Strange New Worlds, the new actor, to voice him, but it's not similar to him either. It's some other actor voicing him. And so, what the hell is this? And also the captain is acting like an idiot. He doesn't know what to do. He keeps offending his officers by accident and they all got offended. He keeps using all kinds of phrases that annoy them. First he says there's more than one way to skin a cat, and then that cat woman gets annoyed. Then he says something about frying a fish, and then that fish alien gets annoyed, and then it gets more and more absurd as we go, kind of a little bit too much. And usually I love bizarre humor, I love all kinds of strange things. That's why I love Lower Decks, by the way. I love outrageous comedy, I love silly jokes and nasty jokes, and so seeing someone with the head of a bat as an alien in Star Trek is not something I would be so much against. It reminds me of an episode of South Park with that same idea, which I loved in that show, and yet here it wasn't really that funny to me. First of all, the joke kind of became repetitive. After 2 or 3 times it kind of became too much. I just didn't find it that funny. And also it reminds me of a problem I had with all the recent Star Trek shows in which, the chain of command doesn't mean anything, that ensigns can speak back to their captain and all of that, and so it just gave me those same kind of vibes. If this is supposed to be Kirk, why is he being so stupid? And in the end he realizes that anything he says conjures up someone new on the bridge, and so he deliberately conjures up a woman who knows how to get them out of this situation because he's so stupid, and so he conjures up a woman who is smarter than him. And so all of this stuff reminds me of what they constantly do in Discovery, and even to a lesser extent in Strange New Worlds, that the captain is an idiot and the crew are not respecting him. There is barely any chain of command, anyone does whatever he wants. And I realized this one is a comedy, so it can get away with stuff like that, but it just wasn't that funny to me, and it's less funny than Lower Decks, which I like. But here it just wasn't that funny, and so I wish it would be closer to the actual animated show. And you know what would be the best thing? If they actually did some new story, if we actually finally got some new science fiction idea or a story, and not just constantly references and parodies of the old stuff. Fans can do the parodies. Fans always were doing parodies, but the real Star Trek did the new things and new stories and all of that. And nowadays it's reverse. Nowadays the official productions are the parodies and only fans are creating actual new stories. And so it's getting really concerning that they seem to be incapable of actually inventing something new and original and some new actual story or idea. And instead they constantly go back and remake and reuse and recycle the same old ideas from decades in the past. And so I personally did not enjoy the new short track that much. I don't hate it, but I think it could have been funnier. In fact, I will try to personally make it more funny. Maybe I'll use some dialogue from South Park to put it on top of this butthead alien guy. Maybe that will make it funnier if it's more nasty, if it's more outrageous. Because the way it was done here, it was kind of, okay, not bad, but not really that hilarious. And so, is it really worth our time? And again, if this is supposed to be Kirk, then isn't it kind of insulting to him? Maybe that's why they changed him to look and sound totally different, as not to insult the actual Kirk. So maybe they should have set it on some different ship altogether. It can be similar but totally different. That will at least feel more fresh and not just recycling and then poking fun at the old characters. And especially humiliating the captain was kind of annoying to me. So that's my 2 cents. Let me know what you think and we can discuss it in the comments below. And I'll see you all next time. Bye bye.